What up, people? Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp is coming out next week on the 21st, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, and since the original GBA games were also made by Intelligent Systems, that intrigued me a lot. And because of that, I wanted to make a video talking about why, whether you've played the previous games or not, you should be looking forward to the game just like I am. So, here are 5 reasons you should be excited to play Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. The first reason to be excited is the quality of life changes added to make your Advance Wars experience all the more enjoyable. The biggest addition is probably the speed up button you can use by holding down the ZR button, which will fast forward through dialogue and combat animations. If you're familiar with strategy and tactical games, you know how long and tedious they tend to be over time, and having this option is a welcome addition. To add on to that, there's also an option to reset your turn if you want to go back and make a few changes. Another feature added that I'll always appreciate is the inclusion of voice acting and cutscenes. Being someone who's played a lot of JRPGs, not having to play through a game where all the characters are dead solid will be a nice change of pace. This next reason is directed more towards people who didn't play the original games. If you're someone who is new to Advance Wars or just tactical games in general, Reboot Camp is a great place to start. Not only is there a tutorial in the beginning to teach you the basics, but there's also going to be a casual mode you can play to ease you into the turn-based strategy genre. And while not 100% confirmed, apparently this new difficulty will provide more units during missions and possibly alter the terrain to help you traverse across the map easier. And don't worry, once you get comfortable with the game and casual mode becomes a little too easy, you can switch to standard mode to get more of a challenge. Next up is the amount of content you're getting for the price. As you know, you're getting the first Advance Wars and Black Hole Rising together with a new coat of paint for $60, and that's just if you decide to buy day one. If you want to be patient and wait for a sale, that's even better. Also, if you happen to have one of the vouchers that you aren't saving for Zelda, you can use it to buy Reboot Camp instead, which will be even more of a good deal. The first 2 games have about 60+ hours of content to get through in both campaigns. Add on to that the extra content you're getting from the new modes being added, which I'll talk about in a minute. I feel like you're getting a lot of bang for your buck for $50 or $60. The next reason on my list is online play. All the modes you know and love from the original games are back, like the War Room and Versus mode, but now a lot of the modes have the benefit of using the internet as opposed to you and your friends having to connect your Game Boys together with link cables. Versus mode can now be played locally and wirelessly with up to 4 people as long as you and the other 3 all have the game. There's also a new online mode where you can battle a friend from anywhere, but you both need a Nintendo Switch membership, which kinda sucks, but it's expected. Having online capabilities added to all of these modes, old and new, will have you playing this game way after you beat the 2 campaigns, which actually leads me into my last reason to be excited, which is the design room. The reason I want to talk about the design room separately from the other modes is because I feel like this is the mode that's going to keep this game alive well past the time of release. Being able to design and or play maps designed by other people pretty much provides endless amounts of content and replayability. I even saw while doing some research some people online talking about if the design room hadn't been added, it pretty much would have been a deal breaker for them, so I'm assuming the interest in this creative mode is somewhat high. I didn't play the original Advance Wars games, so I can't speak to how detailed these user-created maps can be, but if it's anything like the capabilities of Wargroove or Super Mario Maker, then there's going to be a lot for you to do whether you decide to build maps or not. That's it for me today. I like doing these shorter preview videos just to give you guys a quick idea of whether you'll like a game or not. So, are you picking this game up on April 21st? Let me know in the comments. Also, Reboot Camp was one of the games I talked about in my video showcasing the top games coming out this month. So if you want to see that, click the link on the screen. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with the channel. Later.